Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of In the Dirt right here on YouTube. My name is Tim Baltz. Glad you could join us here today. Remember, like and subscribe if you've not done so already this season. We certainly do appreciate your support. Well, without these great sponsors I'm going to mention, we wouldn't be able to do this show. First, we want to thank Rita Wakers Campground, Disaster RX DKI, Draper Doors, and Alexandria Home Hardware. Well, we are at the man cave of Mark Hitchcock, the former tech director for Dirt Car Northeast and the technical director for Brockville Speedway, and a longtime modified racer. And thanks again to Mark for allowing us to use his man cave once again for our studio here on In the Dirt. We got all sorts of racing results coming up from this past weekend, a lot of great racing action. Stay tuned, like and subscribe. You're watching In the Dirt.
We arrived at the building just to see from the exterior wall that the front facade was coming undone and pushing forward away from the side wall. We were just in complete shock, didn't know how this occurred.
A lot of people don't realize this, but every individual will at least have one disaster in their lifetime. And when this happens, they don't know what to do. By reaching out to a restoration professional before you have an emergency, it allows you to have some insight on what happens and what to expect. This will allow you to eliminate any kind of anxiety or stress you might go through when it happens.
The restoration company came down immediately and took the steps necessary to create a safe environment, secured the building, and that allowed the engineers to go in and figure out what the cause of the damage was and figure out our next steps from there.
Our people are fully trained and certified in all aspects of emergency response and disaster restoration. We handle everything from fire, flood, sewer backup, wind damage, tornadoes, earthquakes. Basically, we have people that are experienced in every field. There are two parts to a disaster that people don't realize. There's the emergency phase, where we come right away and stop the damages from happening. Then there's the repair phase, where we put everything back the way it was, like it never happened. And our company also offers a warranty, which will give you the comfort and peace of mind for as long as you own your property.
From the get-go, Rex and his crew were able to bring in professional contractors to come in and rebuild the building in a timely fashion. The building now looks better than ever and is up to code. They were wonderful with me, just helping me navigate through my insurance coverages, working well with the insurance company and myself. They always constantly kept me in the loop as to what was happening next. And at the end of the day, it was just the peace of mind knowing that I was in good hands.
Well, we're back here on In the Dirt, right here on YouTube. And once again, like and subscribe if you've not done so already. We certainly do appreciate your support. Well, I told you we had a whole bunch of racing results to get to, so let's get right into it, shall we? First off, it was a historic night at the Brockville, Ontario Speedway. Danny O'Brien set out a goal in mind, and that was to get win number 100 at the Brockville, Ontario Speedway. He did just that this past Saturday night. And as you can tell by this little picture, well, I got a champagne bath from him in victory lane, and he said it was my fault for this 100-win deal. Congratulations, Danny, on your milestone achievement. Other winners, it was Shane Pecor and Dirt Car Sportsman, 2 in a row for him. Skylar Ladisser, his first novice sportsman victory, was Brett Horner in Street Stock. A Supernaut Truck Shop Action Sprint Tour East Series went to Lee Ladisser, the general, with his first career series win. Can-Am Speedway, unfortunately, we got rained out over there, but we'll be back this coming Friday night. Mohawk International Raceway, Chris Raby is just unstoppable at MIR. He got another victory at Mohawk on Friday night in the 358 Modifieds. It was Nick Haywood collecting checkers in the Sportsman, Sid Harmer Jr. in the Pro Stocks, Kevin Foster in Limited Sportsman, and CJ Smith was victorious in Mini Stocks. Brighton Speedway Canadian Modified Division went to Ronnie Wadforth, Charlie Sandercock in Crate Late Models, Chris Tuford in Mini Stocks, and Comp 4 it was Tommy Bailey over at Brighton. Cornwall Speedway, Tristan Draper finally got a 358 modified victory at Cornwall, his first of the season there. William Racine in the Sportsman division, Jocelyn Wad Pro Stock, and Pierre Picard in the Mini Stock division. Autodrome Granby, it was David Hebert collecting the checkered flag over there. In Sportsman, it was Antoine Perrant. Pro Stock went to Bruno Cyr and Matthew Vogel, 2 in a row in the Sport Compact division. Autodrome Drummond 358 modified featured Yann Bussier. It was the Sportsman division going to Donovan Lucier, and Gabriel Couette picked up the Pro Stock victory at Drummond. Airborne Speedway dirt car sportsman Jamie B. Gore, the gentleman, picked up his first win of the season. Nate Leonard and Limited sportsman Sean Duquette and Renegades Jake Fountain collected their street stock feature. Albany Saratoga big block modified feature went to Ronnie Johnson RJ with another win there. It was Derek McGrew and Daryl Nunning, the Ninja, chopped them down in dirt car sportsman action. It was Jay Corbin in the dirt car pro stocks. Bear Ridge Speedway Jason Gray got another win over there at the Ridge. Brewerton Speedway big block modified feature to Tim Sears Jr. and it was Kyle Devendorf in dirt car sportsman. Fulton Speedway, a great weekend for the Sears family as Tim Sears Jr. picked up another feature win. It was a 358 modified checkered flag. This time, Brett Sears in the dirt car sportsman. Maryville Speedway 358 modified checkers to Matt Williamson. James Friesen picked up the dirt car sportsman checkered flag. Glen Ridge Speedway. I was in attendance for this one. It was the dirt car 358 modified season opener over there at Glen Ridge, and Billy Dunn collected the big series win. Zach Buff took the checkered flag in dirt car sportsman, and Steve Kosselman in the pro stock division. Adam Hilton, he was victorious over at the Genesee Fair Speedway Saturday night. Ransomville 358 modified action. The checkered flag went to Chad Brockman over there. Nelson Mason was victorious in dirt car sportsman. Modified feature at Thunder Mountain, Rusty Smith collected the checkered flag with Randy Brokaw in dirt car sportsman. Devil's Bowl Speedway in Vermont, sportsman modified checkered flag, a first career win for Michael Wagner Fitzgerald. Congratulations to him. Hunter Nutter picked up the limited sportsman checkered flag, novice sportsman to Ed Bell. Braylon Durham in mini sprints, Adam Mahoney in mini stocks, and the Crown Vic division went to Rob Steele. Lebanon Valley Speedway regular Saturday night program for there is Brett Haas collecting the checkered flag in the G.C. Flack Memorial. Andy Bicchetti in 358 modified action. Kevin Ward in sportsman. Dave Stickles collected the pro stock checkered flag. Matt Shepard, he was victorious at the Land of Legends Raceway this past weekend as well in the dirt car big block modifieds. Ohsweken Speedway 360 sprint car checkered flags to Liam Martin. It was Dale Curran in crate sprints. Jeff Elslinger in mini stocks, and Dave Bailey collected the Thunder stock checkered flag. Well, as we mentioned, that is all the racing results we have for you on this week's show. We're going to come right back and we're going to talk about what is happening this coming weekend and some of the major series action as well. Like and subscribe if you've not done so already. Stick around though. You're watching In the Dirt. We're coming right back.
Rideau Acres is the place to be.
It's that time of year. Time to plan your vacations and weekend fun. Why not book now for your camping and RVing at Rideau Acres Family Campground, Eastern Ontario's full-service camping facility, located on a UNESCO World Heritage Site known as the Rideau Canal, on a series of lakes joined by lock systems that links Kingston to Canada's capital city, Ottawa. Rideau Acres is only 10 minutes from downtown historic Kingston. Here's what Rideau Acres has to offer you and your family when you visit: the spacious pull-through campsites, trailers, and motorhomes, the swimming pool staffed with lifeguards, a beautiful beach to enjoy for a relaxing afternoon of fun and family, excellent fishing on Colonel By Lake, a boat docking facility for your fishing or pleasure craft, boats, canoes, and kayaks available for rent, a beautiful banquet hall for weddings or meetings to fit any occasion, 136 acres of outdoor adventure, hiking, biking, playground, swimming, fishing, horseshoes, basketball, and so much more. Make Rideau Acres your camping destination this year. You better book now. We're filling up fast. Visit RideauAcres.com or call 613-546-2711.
Rideau Acres is the place to be. Come on out, you'll see at the gated community.
Well, we're right back here on In the Dirt, right here on YouTube. Remember, like and subscribe if you've not done so already. We certainly do appreciate that support. Well, it has been a great show so far. We got a lot of great racing action already this season. Let's talk about what's coming up this coming weekend at a local track near you. Full program this weekend at the Brockville, Ontario Speedway. The Eastern Ontario Vintage will be on hand. Plus, it'll be round number 2 of the Eastern Ontario Mini Stock Series with racing starting at 7 o'clock. Can-Am Speedway. We're going to try to beat Mother Nature over there on Friday night, and we'll pay a tribute to the armed forces as well. Eastern Ontario Vintage Stock Car Club, the first of 3 nights of racing for them. Dirt Car 358 Modified and Dirt Car Sportsman, along with a Limited Sportsman and Thunder Cars at 7 p.m. Mohawk International Raceway, the Modifieds will be off, but it's the Farnham Ale and Lager Pro Stock Series. Looking forward to that show. Full show in other classes with a 7:30 start time. Cornwall Speedway, the Eastern Ontario Vintage Division will be there. The mini stocks are off, but they got a full show starting at 6 o'clock. Also, racing action coming up with the Southern Ontario Sprint Car Series at the Brighton Speedway and a full show with late models, but they're off this week, I should say. 7 o'clock start time over there. Airborne Speedway, full program featuring the Dirt Car Sportsman at 7 o'clock. Autodrome Granby, the first race of the season for the Canadian Big Block Series and a full show at 7 o'clock. Autodrome Drummond, they'll feature the Canadian Big Block Series for night number 2 with 9 divisions on tap. So if you want to get your racing fits, head to Drummond. Lots of racing action over there with action starting at 7 p.m. Brewerton, it'll be autograph night over at the Brewerton Speedway Friday night with a full show featuring the Dirt Car Big Block Modifieds at 7 p.m. Fulton Speedway, full show with the Dirt Car 358 Modifieds at 7 o'clock. Ohsweken Speedway, they'll have the Action Sprint Tour West Series, first race of the season for them, plus an open late model show. That should be a good one. Racing starts at 7 o'clock over there. Devil's Bowl Speedway, if you're in the Vermont area, it's topless night for the Sportsman Modifieds, along with the Limited and Novice Sportsman. You get to see the drivers inside the race cars doing what they do best, plus a full show in all other divisions, racing starting at 7 o'clock. Super Dirt Car Series, they're back in action at the Albany-Saratoga Speedway on June 13th, Airborne Speedway on June the 14th. Dirt Car 358s, we already had the first one at Glenridge this past Sunday with Billy Dunn collecting the checkered flag. We're back at it at the Fulton Speedway on June 21st. That's a Wednesday night show, so mark that down on your calendar. Dirt Car Sportsman, the West Region gets underway July 2nd again at the Humberstone Speedway. East Region at Glenridge on June 18th. Brewerton Speedway, we'll head there on June 23rd for the Central Region. Can-Am Speedway, the North Region will kick off on PAB Shootout Night on June 28th. Dirt Car Pro Stocks, they'll open their season on August the 14th. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up tonight's program right here on In the Dirt. And once again, want to thank our great sponsors for being on hand with us with Rito Acres Campground, Disaster RX DKI, Draper Doors, and Alexandria Home Hardware. Well, lots of racing action took place this past weekend. Lots more coming up this weekend. We'll see you at a track near you. Like and subscribe. I'm Tim Baltz. You've been watching In the Dirt. We'll see you next time.